Hi guys, this is the Willy Waterfalls. After walking for 45 minutes, crossing how many bridges? In fact, I have made it. I'm a hero in my own right. But today we're talking about visiting Volta and experiencing God. This is what we do. Preparing for the Volta Fair in November. And as part of the places you ought to visit, this ought to be it. I don't know how you visit here and still say there is no God. You see this and know that this is certainly God. It is just God. And it's right here in the Volta region. You can't miss it as part of your tours of the Volta region. Really, Waterfalls has to be the place to be.
We're currently at the Lake Market as part of a number of tourist sites in the Volta region. So on the walls you can see the drawings. They are not just drawings. In fact, they tell the story all the way around as to the processes our great-grandfathers went through before they were finally taken away by their slave masters. So you will see the pictures on the wall. This is the slave masters. They put it there all over the wall so that when you come, you get an understanding of what it is that they had to go through before they were finally taken away. So right behind me here, in the middle, you can see that they put yokes around their necks, and you can see the slave master over them. These are some of the symbols show you that this is what they went through before they were taken away. So basically, this is it. So once you get to the Volta region, you visit the Volta region, you come here, they'll give you an understanding of what the process
Okay, so MFA Apau exploring our hometown, the Volta region. I know that you're watching, you probably come from the place, but you haven't been anywhere apart from maybe your family home. You need to experience the Volta region. If you don't come from there, we want to give you a reason this morning to book your next holiday in the Volta region. So MFI is here in the studio. She'll be telling us about this journey that she's been on. How many days did you spend, MFA?
3 days. We did Friday to Sunday. I was hoping we'd do Monday as well, and then the holiday today as well, but it wasn't possible.
And then Della is the president of the AGI in the Volta, OT and Eastern region. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so tell me the role that you played getting MFA to the Volta region.
Thank you for having us on this program. Good morning to your viewers, and happy Barakah Salah to all Muslims all over the world, especially Muslim entrepreneurs in the Eastern Volta and OT region. As you mentioned earlier, the 5th Volta Trade and Investment Fair is being organized by the Volta Regional Coordinating Council in partnership with the private sector led by the Association of Ghana Industries. And as part of the fair, the committee thought it wise to appoint certain prominent or influential media personalities from the region to help project and promote the trade fair. That resulted in the appointment of about 5 to 6 ambassadors in the media space, including our own sister from Amfuega in the Volta region.
Ambassador MFA.
Ambassador MFA. Ambassador without borders.
Can you visa?
Okay, well, thank you for doing this, because I guess apart from her own hometown, she had not been to the Volta region like you've made her experience. Yeah. So MFA, where did you go to? We've seen some of the videos.
So we started off from Vume. We did the coastal line. You know that the Volta is a land of bravery, a land of resources, intellectuals like yourself, amongst others. So we did Vume, and then it's a land of poetry. I don't know if you visited that site before. They do beautiful
I've driven past,
but you don't stop. I think
stopped.
the next time you're going to Anglonga, you need to do a number of stops. I'll give you places to visit at this point.
Okay.
So we do the Vume. We went to Vume. From there, we went to Sogakope, the beach resort, beautiful resort. You should be there. The food, the environment, we were talking about it earlier. Then we went on the boat ride all the way to the Sogakope Bridge and back. And that's where we're doing our Jama sessions with Bernard, Kafuide, Jifa Bampo, and all. We're waiting for you, but because of AM show, we had to leave you behind. But the next trip, you're certainly on. Right. From Sogakope all the way to Keta. In Keta, you've been to Keta, right? Have you been to Fort Worth?
So you went through Anglonga to Keta?
Yes. We did, and I saw Zion College. Everyone says it's a shrine school. It's not at all. It's not. He will change his mind at this point. Then from there, we went to the Fort Presenstein, like I said. That's where we saw the pictures. It was so emotional for me at some point, knowing what our forebears went through. But at least it gives you, brings back all that you need to know about our history as a people. I always thought that we only had such forts at Elmina, Cape Coast, amongst others. I didn't know we had it in the Volta region as well. Quite some experience. That's for day one. We also did the Cape St. Paul Lighthouse. Climbed all the way. I couldn't go all the way, but I did better than Bernard Avledo. But Jifa did all the way, and then even did a selfie at the top. I'm hoping that you can do it today as well.
On your behalf.
We'll see how that goes. But that's for day one, and then we ended at the Ellie Beach Resort.
Okay.
We did dinner. We ended on Agbaja night, and dinner on the beachfront of the Ellie Beach Resort, and not even the drizzling could stop us. We did it throughout the night. And then we set off the following day. We went to your chief, and he has a message. For him, is the issue about the network in the area. Knowing that for MTN, for instance, I'm glad it's a good time for us to talk about it. Mr. Dadevo comes from that area, and he was pretty passionate about it, that throughout the night we couldn't get network, we couldn't connect, and if we want people to come to the Volta region, it's a good time for us to fix our network.
So this is Togbi 3?
No.
Okay. James Oklu.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Dufia of Keta.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's a passionate plea for him that we have people from the Volta region in privileged positions in this country. It's time for us to go back home and develop our home. If we want people to come there, at least network is basic for them. They go on vacation, they need to be able to contact home and speak to their loved ones and spread the message about the Volta region. They ought to be able to do live on Facebook, on social media platforms to tell the people where they are. But unfortunately, there's no network. So we're appealing to the NCA, we're appealing to all the telcos to do something about the situation in the Volta region. So from the Dufia's Palace, we set off to Joje. And that's where we did a few interviews.
Ambassadors were
yes,
on radio
ambassadors
stations.
on radio stations as well, together with Dela. And then we're off to Joje. At that point, the Maflix Trust, Dela would walk us through it. It's the largest exporter of potatoes and other vegetables. And it's a place for agro-tourism as well. And that's the place that you ought to be. Interesting.
Nice. Okay, so Dela had said that we will get people to book their next holiday in the Volta region, whether or not they come from the area. But you know, one of the things that we talk about as Ghanaians is the fact that exploring our own country tends to be more expensive. People like to go to the Dubais and the other places. You work with the Association of Ghana Industries, so talk to us about costs, going to all these places that MFA visited.
Rightly so. The Association of Ghana Industries, which is about 62 years old, we have the tourism and hospitality sector as one of the 23 sectors of our association. It's a vibrant sector, and we continue to advocate because the COVID has shown that we need to drive. For us to be able to sustain or use tourism to boost our revenues, we need to encourage our own to visit the various tourist sites. Yes, if you talk about spending whilst on touring Ghana, we are talking about the high costs or high rates of accommodation. We are talking about access routes and other challenges. With the high cost of accommodation, because it's essential in terms of promoting domestic tourism, we are appealing and asking for government, because in the hotel industry alone, about not less than 15 different taxes make up the room rates. And if we want to promote domestic tourism amongst middle-class citizens or Ghanaians, we need to ensure that it's affordable and something that they can undertake, not at any high cost. So all we continue to do is to engage the players in the industry and government, which essentially is the policy formulator, to try to encourage government to work hard at removing some of the taxes, and also, most importantly, call for investment in, cheaper accommodation facilities across the tourist sites in the country. This they are willing to do in partnership with the private sector. I know of the Akwaba hotel projects coming up, which will be far lower than the normal hotel rates in the country, and which will be sited closely at the tourist sectors. Because where we travel to, I could not identify, especially around the Vili and Afajato, any hotel or guest houses around those areas. We know that people will want to tour Ghana and sleep in most of the tourist sites. We went to Amejofe, and we had wanted to climb the Mount Gemi and then the new Ote Falls. But we were told that if we wanted to do that, then we needed to have slept in that area, because it was time consuming, and it's not something that will need to come from Accra to do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're talking about the farm, the potato farm.
Exactly.
Is this local potato, as in Ghana potato?
Local. I brought some. I would give you.
Oh, please do. Thank you.
Beautiful okra, green. I've never seen okra that green and big and long like that. Beautiful. So they're trying to set up the off-taker also there, such that they can just export right from the farm at Joje all the way to Tesco. And we're told that they sell to Tesco amongst others. I'm sure they'll start with Walmart as well. From there, then we headed to Amejofe. We did Amejofe, right? Yeah, and then we went to Ho. Went to Ho and
Went
then
to Point and Kill.
Point and Kill.
Aha,
Yeah, Point and Kill.
But what did you point?
Rabbits. We did a rabbit, and then they have monkeys as well. So it was a beautiful site
You
for
can point at the
agro-tourism as well.
monkeys and they'll
No,
come the
not
monkeys for
the
you?
monkey. That one you just look at it and give it banana. But every other thing, guinea fowl and every other thing, you get it. Then it was Ho that we stopped at. We did the regional minister, of course. This is under his auspices. We did that also, and then passed the night at Ho. And then at the Sky Plus Hotel, then off to Amejope the following morning. But I didn't talk about the party. You saw the footage.
Party in his house?
Yes, party in Della's house that evening. Wonderful. And then Amejope, then we saw the Mount Gimi, even though we were not able to go there. The Ote Falls as well, amongst others. Then we went to Afajatu.
Yes.
Yes, and then...
Did you climb?
No, we couldn't.
Ah, okay.
Because of the time and all. But definitely, we're doing the monkey sanctuary the next time, the snake farm. Della doesn't want to do the snake farm, but
So we have all these places, and I
never knew. I never knew.
Volta region
Beautiful.
is the most beautiful region in Ghana.
In fact, we are told that when you visit the Volta region, you have experienced Ghana.
The microcosm.
Yeah, it has everything.
So how many destinations? Have you counted the number of the destinations?
I've lost count, but I'm hoping that I can do 20.
And you spend just 3 nights.
Yeah,
So
just
you can
3.
imagine if you're spending about a week
Yeah.
in the Volta region, you could go to so many places.
Places, yeah.
Yeah.
So many
And the
interesting
environment, the air is clean. The cleanest we are told is in Ho. But of course, once you enter the Volta region, it's a different environment altogether.
Yeah.
You feel so relaxed. All the stress is left behind. You see that I'm so energized.
Why haven't we visited? Like, are you just like us? Or you've been.
Yeah, I mean, I started touring some of the sites from last year when we engaged
Oh,
some
from last year.
Yeah, I mean,
just like us.
but in our primary school days, I remember we went to Waterfalls.
Okay.
And but the Gimi and the Fort Princeton sign and the slave market only last year, and that's when we started engaging the regional office of the Ghana Tourism Authority. And at this point, let me commend the regional director. He's not from the region, Mr. Kwame Nketia, but very hardworking director of tourism, and who has been working closely with stakeholders like us to promote tourism in the Volta region.
All right, so MFA, what are we hoping that our friends who don't come from our region will do once they've heard you and they've seen the videos, the places that you've been?
They ought to visit the Volta region. You see, we're giving you the platform also for the Volta Fair in November. It's starting from the 15th to the 28th. That's a good time to start registering for it. Whatever business it is that you're into. You know, I prepare shito, so I'm registering.
Featuring.
Yes, I'm registering to, exhibit my products at the Volta Fair. And I'm told it's going to be a big carnival. It's like a homecoming for all of us. So if you've not been to the Volta region in a while, you come from there, it's time for you to be proud of where you come from as a Voltarian. You need to stand. I learned a proverb in Anglo, but I can't say it. But I'm told that one firewood can, cook food. Once there's fire in it, you are from there.
Yeah,
you know the proverb? You don't know the proverb. Okay. So let your light shine wherever you are as a Voltarian. And if you don't even know how to speak the language, it's a good time for us all to learn it.
Yeah.
To learn it, and then to let our children also start speaking the language, so that everywhere they go, they will be proud that they are from the Volta region. It's time to stand out, because for us, we are so different. Look at the women that we have, the men as well. And so where else would you want to be proud of from coming? It has to be from the Volta region.
Yeah, definitely. So we're inviting you, our friends out there, to visit our region and explore. I've been to the Eastern region. You cover the Eastern region as well, because you are OT, Volta, and the Eastern region. So we're pulling people from all the other regions to come to the Volta region for this fair.
Yes.
Has it come to stay?
Yes, this is the 5th one. It started in 2009, but went on a break until 2019, when it was revived by the Volta regional minister. And 2020, due to the pandemic, it was not held. So this is the 5th fair. This is going to be bigger. We are expecting visitors from all over the world, not only Ghana. We are engaging our counterparts in Togo, in Benin, in Nigeria, because of the African Continental Free Trade, it's time to trade amongst ourselves. And we must trade amongst African countries because the rates of regional trade is low. And we want to boost that. If you talk about the people of Togo, we speak one language, so language shouldn't be a barrier to trade. I'm sure on the way back, you saw the village which was just across Togo. There's a village on the way to Ho. One side is Ghana, one side is Togo. And you have customs officers there who are also manning and immigration officers. They live together, we live together as one people. So we are expecting visitors. We have engaged the embassies of Turkey, we have engaged the embassies of China, and from Far East, Middle East, and even North America. So we are expecting it to be big. We want to project the Volta region and also project our entrepreneurial abilities as a people and to boost the regional economy, because we believe that we can use this to advance job creation agenda of the regional administration and our own people and create jobs for the youth.
Okay, so tell us how people can register to be part of it.
By next week, the portal will be open for registration. We will also announce the various places. We have made our regional offices across the country, AGI, available for those who want to pick forms. It will be online, and then we will give out the various numbers that they can call. And we have various categories of exhibition rates, which will also be announced. And then we are planning investment fora, seminars, and also workshop on packaging. We're realizing that packaging is very essential. We are going to engage the Ghana Standards Authority to come and talk about standards, because standards is everything as we are about to export. And even locally, it is illegal to sell anything on the shelves without certification from. So I hope my sister will get certification from for her shito before she comes, because we are not going to accept any product without standards to be sold on the exhibition. Very good. So we are engaging all these institutions. We are engaging all these institutions to, as it were, come, because we are looking at beyond the fair. It's not just an event. It should be a process so that we can sustain it and build the capacities of young entrepreneurs and even entrepreneurs, especially women, to boost and grow their businesses.
My grandmother, Victoria Nyomi, has a farm. Okay. So actually, she's got like land in Angloga. Oh. Maybe I have to go and see another. She's doing shito. I'm not doing anything on the side.
Is it shallot farming or rice?
Shallot.
I
could start with shallot.
What we are also trying to do with the Regional Office of Agriculture is to earmark about 3 districts, Keita, K2 South, K2 North, as a vegetable producing enclave. Okay. Because as we were there, you saw all the onions and other things. And the investment by the farmers in the irrigation schemes in the area is quite commendable. And we need support from government and other investors to be able to boost the area. So we are in a discussion with the Ministry of Agriculture local office to see how best we can work at making that happen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so one of the places that you can go to get support would be the local AGI office when you get to any region to get assistance. So I will be talking to you a lot more.
Thank you very
on
much.
my farm.
I'm
thinking about it. MFA,
yes,
it's a holiday.
Yeah.
I have told people that their next holiday should be booked in the Volta region. So give some recommendation. What can families do and where can they go to?
Okay, so mostly we have on the coastal line from Keta all the way, the places that I've mentioned. You need to go there to experience it. And we have hotels, we have wonderful beaches, the cleanest beaches amongst others. So you can start booking now. There are a number of approved travel and tour offices or organizations that the Ghana Tourism Authority has approved to do this for you. So they will give you wonderful packages. It would include your hotel, your accommodation, and the visits to all these tourist sites. So it's a good time to start booking now.
What did you eat?
Oh, how can I go to Volta region and not eat akple and dabobitaji? And then we did, what else did we eat? Rabbits. Anyway, that
next time I'll give him Joseph. You know Joseph? Cat meat.
No.
Oh, I've done that before. I have.
No,
you will not know that it's
exactly. So just do that. When she's done eating, I'll tell her that's what you just said.
That's what you just said. So, okay. So mostly I did just the Akula Bobitaji because I haven't had it in a while. So it was so beautiful. Like it was.
I remember my recent visit to Ketu South.
Okay.
Where I tasted, like when you're in Accra, you don't eat the proper okra.
Exactly.
With the, oh my
green.
God, like it felt so homey.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Okay, so that should be the next visit. Is there a phone number that you want to leave behind if people want to contact your office, for instance?
On our social media platforms, it's all there, Volta Fair, all our social media platforms on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere, so accessible at this point that even if you contact Mama V, she would direct you to where you need to go.
I'll take you to Angloga. So we'll start from
we do Zion College first,
through to Angloga, and then we end up in Keta. Yeah, that's
all the way to Amfuega.
Are you able to, like, did you drive through, like, from Keta through, or you had to come back?
We went to Ho from Keta.
Yeah, so
then
we
the
did
next day
through
we went
Georgia to Ho, and then we continued. Yeah, I didn't know that too.
Okay.
I've really discovered a lot on this trip, and I look forward to the next one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Any final words you want to share with my viewers?
Just to take advantage of the fair, it will be an avenue for them to sell their goods and even proposals.
What can they bring? What can they exhibit?
Anything made in Ghana, anything made in Volta, and those even with business proposals who are looking, especially the young entrepreneurs, we want to secure the future of industry. So we are looking at an investor forum with young entrepreneurs, matching them with prospective investors to be able to build their businesses from the formative stages, because we are aware that we have challenges with finance, assessing affordable credit. So we are looking at investors who are raising capital from the capital market, and we will be organizing a series of programs that will bring and matchmake these entrepreneurs with investors, and also have knowledge sharing platforms.
Okay.
Before I conclude, let me commend the regional minister and one gentleman you didn't see. He lost his brother when we went. He's the regional economic planning officer. Okay. He's a force behind this fair. Reverend Ajatete. I mentioned the regional tourism director, Mr. Nketia. And then a friend, Mauli Fui Kojovia, who has been very instrumental. I met him just less than a week. And he got introduced to me through a friend, Charles Edem Go. And since then, we've been working closely, and I commend all these people for their efforts, tireless efforts, and also most importantly, the ambassadors. They are doing this free of charge. It's pro bono. We are not paying them anything.
Bernard Avle, Jifagbe Hobambo, De La Prosper, and yourself, Mama.
You've actually helped them.
So they are supposed to be paying us. Where's the check?
Yes, I think we have to pay them.
Give them an invoice.
You've taken them home.
Yes.
And you've made them explore their own, you know, towns.
We are grateful. We're so grateful.
Probably never done. I'm looking forward to it, by the way.
And all the hotels that helped us, Sogakope Beach Resort, Sky Plus Hotel, Ellie Beach Resort, Point and Kill, and
Point and Kill has a sleeping place?
Yes, he has about 3 rooms.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I'm sure by next year he will expand. And nice. You can point at the horse.
Anything for you?
Yeah, okay. Anything you point at. Yes. Maybe you pointed them before.
I saw that coming.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rafa.
Thank you.
Is there something that we should expect from you?
We know that already people have started visit Bono, visit Ashanti, visit Easton. We are happy. We're happy to hear that. It's to boost tourism, local tourism in Ghana. But visit Volta first and experience Ghana.
Nice. Thank you.
You know, we now have an airport. So you can easily...
So start building your airport and then...
You can either come by sea, by road, or by air.
Okay, so they should also add airport.
Yes, add airport, then we can come to Bono.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed this and you've just not watched and listened, but you actually book your next holiday in the Volta region. You might decide not to even sleep. You can just drive there. It's a holiday today. You can just take the family, get to Sogakope, you can either go to Ho or go to the Anglaga side and then return. It's a nice place for you to visit. So visit and post the pictures on social media, and then tag MFA, tag me, tag the AGI, and let's see what you've been doing. Thank you for watching.